What's up, Mappers? It's your boy Laughers at May, looking cute, looking clean, and looking sexy. And you know what day it is? It's a Monday, and I'm with the boy. It's Man Cave. To my right, we have the one, the only T Ramsey. How you doing today, Tor?
You already know, your local neighborhood scumbag. Give folks their daily dose of dirtbag. Same gimmick, different day. You already know.
And above him, we have the one, the only Monray. How you doing today, Monray?
What's up? It's your boy Young Rick, aka No More. That we sitting in the building ready to talk about some man stuff. It is what it is.
And beside him, we have the legendary. We missed him. We have the legendary Uniqo. How you doing today, Uniqo?
Back from the sabbatical.
I'm back, but I was watching everything. I'm just handling my business, handling the best that I can. Somewhere in there, was told I need therapy, so I get told that every time I go on sabbatical. So
you should think about doing it, yo. Seriously, it helps.
I do. I think about it every day. Honestly, I just don't know where to start.
I'm telling you. I hooked you up with a reference, yo.
Tori looking out.
We'll get together.
Well, I'm just saying.
For real, for real. I just gotta, I gotta make sure insurance right.
Also,
gotta make sure my money
here's
right.
the thing. I say a reference, but it's honestly probably best if you want a therapist. You should pick your therapist. You should really go through and check out the options, see what works. Even if you just started on because they do online therapy now too. So it might just be a little something to start and see if maybe you might not feel, if you like that, cool. If not, maybe you'd like to try in-person therapy. It's not for everybody, but I feel like you probably get a lot out of it. Most people do. Whether you go, but most of the time it'll help you with stuff you didn't even know you needed help with.
You know what? Why I kind of had an issue.
Why?
Somebody important to me went to therapy, and it was best. They found out that it was best for them to be happy with themselves, and then and not with me. So that was my thing.
Yeah, well, and that can be a tricky situation because I as seeing that from both sides, I mean, I don't think that resolves nicely for feelings wise for anybody. But like I said, it may suck short term, but hopefully long term you'll look back at it and be like, all right, that was a growing moment. That was maybe it'll be another bump in the road. Maybe it'll be some monument that showed a turning point in life. Who knows?
That's right. Because we talking about mental health today, y'all.
We talking about mental.
It's a deep one.
We talking about.
And I've reserved that to comically diffuse until the last 10 minutes. You guys gotta live with the weight this episode.
But we are talking about mental health and therapy and everything that goes with it. Why do we need to look for some of the experiences we had? Have we had depression and all that stuff? Because those are very common today. We live in a world that's not so connected and interpersonal where you can just talk to somebody because you don't have the village raising the child no more. It's just everybody doing their own thing. And sometimes it get lonely. And as men, you feel that a lot of time. You ain't got people you can talk to and you afraid that maybe it's somebody, even some of the women you talk to, some of the men you talk to, your friends, family, you scared they might, even if they don't, you worried that they might judge you or feel some type of way. So doing therapy is a good thing if you feel those type of things. So we want to encourage stuff like that. We want to encourage you to take care of your mental health. Take sabbaticals. Shout out to Joe for taking the sabbatical. Just take time off.
No amount of money worth you losing your mind.
Yeah, nothing is worth it, man. If you sometimes you just gotta go away. Take you on vacation by yourself. Something. Go to therapy. Do something. Sometimes you might not even need therapy. Sometimes you just need a break because you've been working too hard and you stressed and you worried about things too long.
Sometimes you just gotta decompress.
Yeah, it's not all about I think a lot of things we learning now is that mental health is just not just going to therapy. Sometimes we just stress ourselves to death, and no matter how much therapy we get, it ain't gonna help because we still trying to do everything at the same time. Even your therapy, listen, just take time out, go away, go somewhere. Nobody can call you because everybody because everybody want to call you because they need something or something like that. Just go away, take your phone, go on vacation, go on a hike, go this place, do something to decompress. That's a big thing. Yeah. So I know people, like I said, we know people don't want to talk about this. We know people that don't like to feel this way. So we want to encourage you just to worry about your mental health. We're not telling you what to do. I just want you to consider what's best for you. So we're gonna go to Tori. Tori, tell them a little bit about mental health and what you learned from therapy and all kind of stuff like that. They're helping you as you go through this life.
Well, therapy's helped me with an innumerable amount of things. It's we couldn't count on those, but it's really good to just have an honest sounding board, someone you know that regardless of what you're saying to them, whether you sound like the worst person of the world, whether you're just or from saying the most horrible stuff to just straight bragging on yourself, you know this person has an impartial view on it. They're not attaching, even though they're words you're saying, they're not actively attaching these words to you. There's no judgment in it. And it's super refreshing because, like I said, some people go to therapy and some people only need to go to therapy for a year. Some people go for a couple months. Some people won't go at all. I'm one of those people. I don't really even go to therapy anymore so much as it's not what it's fixing. It's just a useful tool in continuing the journey and not backpedaling freaking and not being that worst person that everybody has been at some point in time in their lives. I don't want to say it's the ultimate mental health tool because the ultimate mental health tool is the one that you got in your head already, but sometimes you need a little bit of help navigating through that. And it's a wonderful thing if you let it work, but I feel like there's this stigma, especially in the Black community, about and I've noticed that it has lessened up in these years and these later 2020s. It's a lot more socially acceptable, at least from my point of view. It's a lot more socially acceptable for men to go to therapy than it was at any point in time. And even then, it's not about when it comes to therapy, it can't be about what anybody else thinks. It has to be you come to the conclusion that therapy could help you, because otherwise it's not gonna help. But I think even if it's just like Zell May said, like Joe just did, if you got to take a sabbatical, if you got to back away from everything and just sort of go to that Zen place, or if it's not even a Zen place, just a quiet place where you're not dealing with all the fracas of life, that's really important, because we can let stuff build up so much that we're slowly being crushed and we don't even realize it. And then by the time you realize it, you goddamn had a heart attack, or fucking you snapped out and ended up hurting somebody, or any number of situations that no one wants or should have to deal with. So people, whether it's therapy or just stepping away or whatever it takes for you to sort of decompress from the stress of the day, sort of helps your mind sit at ease after a lot of heavy stuff happens. Just try and find it. And if you can't find it, then maybe consider a therapist or something like that.
True. Going up to Monray. Monray, talk to them about their mental health. How can they help? How can we try to improve it any way we can?
Sure. I got a lot of answers for this. I know we talked about mental health a bunch of different times before. So I guess for this first lap, I go with to learn how to comb through your surroundings, I guess is the best way I'm gonna describe it. Because you gotta know how to be able to see what's around you and what's adding to the stress and drama and stuff in your life and how to deal with it. You gotta be able to look at it. You gotta be able to look at the people that you surrounding yourself with, and are they good for you to actually be around? Are they, iron sharpens iron? Are they sharpening your life? Are they sewing into you like you sewing into them? But in any relationship, whether it's friendship, relationship, family, whatever the case may be, you sewing in your time, your energy, all that into other people. You got to make sure that these same people are sowing the same thing back into you, or are they just draining you? Are they stress? Are there drama? Are you constantly being the person that's talking to them and trying to help them, but nobody's pouring that back into you? That stuff makes people go crazy. That's what drains pastors. That's what drains anybody in any kind of leadership position, which is why leadership in and of itself is hard enough to deal with, because being able to be quote unquote responsible for a group of people is difficult. Their problems become your problems, all that kind of stuff. And so you have to be able to deal with that, manage that, and realize what you're taking in. Are you taking in all day negative energy? Are you taking in the relationships around you, the people around you? Are they good for you? Are they not good for you? If they're not good for you, regardless of who they are, then you have to care for yourself first. You are the most important thing in your life, first and foremost, always. But you have to make sure to do that. And then you got to monitor what you taking in your eyes and the things that you're doing. Like social media is huge naturally. You got to see what social media are you doing, because God knows these algorithms are going to steer whatever you constantly looking at right back in front of your eyes, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Twitter. All the algorithm going to do is keep on sowing into you whatever you keep on watching. So if you're watching nothing but the drama situations, you watching nothing but people doing dirty stuff, you watching nothing but the negativity of the world, which is what a lot of media do anyway, because media's sales off of you watching them and off of your attention. So they're going to push a lot of the shocking or negative things. And so if you constantly looking at the negative stuff of the world, it'll shape your mind thinking that the world is a bad place, when the negative things are only a small part of what the world is in general. The world is a lot. And you can't shape yourself around it. You got to be able to monitor your environment, know what you're taking in, know what you're looking at. Like if you were to be on Facebook, and if you go by whatever's trending, instead of just like having your own brains and looking for different things, you go by what's trending, I promise you think the world is an evil place. You think the world is evil. You think the world is nothing but a whole bunch of death, a whole bunch of murder, a whole bunch of people being drama-filled, backstabbers, cheaters, liars. I promise, don't do that to yourself. Please don't. So
world's definitely a cesspool from the trending page for sure.
Like, please. And I know a lot of people just follow the trend. Like, please learn to comb through your environment. I'll start off with that. Please.
Yeah, that is true. You see it all the time. People, let's say you looking for a girl, but you looking on TikTok and you just see who talking about women issues. I want to learn more about women. You'll see women that just talk crazy. Why? Because they get popular, because negativity feeds it. So then you get a distilled version of what women is. I see this with actors and rappers who go after specific women or anything like that, and then like, oh, women like this. No, it's just a group that attracts to what you have, which is money and success and stuff. It's a lot of different groups out here. So you attract.
Awesome.
Yeah, so the things on the internet is often going to what they think piques your interest. And often a regular girl is not going to be on Twitter or Instagram trying to get popping on Instagram or Twitter or TikTok. That's people looking specifically to get TikTok famous. So that is what you're going to be exposed to. Or men. Women, you see men who talk right now, on TikTok and YouTube, it's the Red Pill Society. They are the one talking about men issues. So if you look that up, you're going to see a lot of them because they have popped up everywhere. Why? Because it has been successful for the Jordan Petersons, the Andrew Tates. To a lesser degree, Kevin Samuel's a red pill guy, but that is popular to them. So that's getting popular. So if you look for what a man is doing, what's popular among men, most of them you'll get is those type of people. And you be, oh, this is what men like. No, like I said, go outside, take a break from your computer, your TikTok, and go outside and feel something. And I know it's hard because, again, it's entertainment. Your brain is working at this level at such a fast pace that things happen. And sometimes, like I said, you have to like Monte said, you have to get away from your friends. You have to get away from people, and that helps you out. Sometimes it is you. Sometimes you have to get away from you. Sooner or later, I get different friend groups all day. I go this person, I get that person, I get that person, I get that person, and every time it's drama, but they don't have drama with nobody else. Sometimes I'm bringing bad mental health on me and other people because I'm such a negative person. I'm such a destructive type person. You see it you see situations where people continuously blow up with a lot of drama around them continuously. And often that can lead to these
fire.
Yeah. sometimes you have to learn how to love yourself before you can love somebody else, because you don't know how to. You don't know how to seriously. You sometimes I want to do good by that girl. I said this last week. I haven't been in no. I don't 6 months. I'm probably get bored with you and move on. That's what I said last week, right? That's a bad thing, right? Because I haven't learned how to do that yet. I don't know how to do that yet. So if I haven't learned how to love me, I will feel like I can't properly love you. But and that's the dilemma come in. Sometimes that weighs on your mental and a bunch of different stuff. Learn how to love yourself. You know, I learned how to love me a long time ago. It's probably too much loving to me, but that probably did it. But again, learn how to love yourself. Learn how to love others. Learn how to do the things you want out of life. The one thing I took from my childhood is to learn to do unto others you want unto yourself. If I want people to love me, I gotta be a loving type person. If I want people to be happy around me, I gotta be a happy person. I can't be negative all the time and expect people to be happy around me. There is no way I can be a negative person and go see Tori every day and I'm always bringing Tori down with some negative and say I'm a happy person. No, I'm not a happy person. I'm bringing negativity to his life every day. I'm like, Tori, that dude said something about you, and then Tori go in the fight. Everybody around me is gonna be in chaos because I'm thriving in chaos. So if I want happiness around me, I have to be happy. If I want people to be friendly, I have to show myself friendly.
Energy flows where attention goes, folks.
Yeah. So if you want that in life, sometimes you have to give it. And I know it's hard. That's why I believe in karma. That's why I stopped believing. When I got older, I stopped doing some of the stuff I did when I was younger, because I'm like, this gonna come back and bite me. Because why should I expect this not to happen to me when I did to somebody else? Yeah, like if I want to, oh, this girl got a boyfriend. This fun. I'm that dude, and then all of a sudden I get the girl, and then all of a sudden I'm thinking she cheating, and then I'm paranoid, and my stress level done rose because she did it to me. She did it with me. Now you see what I'm saying? I just want to tell y'all the one thing I want to give from my perspective right now before we get into Joe is give out the energy you want, and sometimes it won't be reciprocated. I don't want you to expect it to be reciprocated, because that's just for me. I want to give out the energy
Just
I
get
want
love from spreading the love.
Yeah,
don't expect it returned.
Yeah, because some people live in that world I'm talking about. Some people love drama, they love negativity, and they will bring it to your life because they thrive in that environment. If you want happiness, you gotta do what Monte said and cut that away. Yo, this negative people, I gotta cut it away. That's where his part come in. But you also got to do your part, and I think that's a big thing in mental health that I don't think people, especially younger people, don't quite understand, because the internet kind of took away that social cue of how to be, how to love yourself, how to love others, how to be around people, how to know when to cut people off. Because nowadays,
well, we can all agree that social media it lowered people's social skills quite a bit in certain aspects.
Yeah, you can tell it. You can, bro. I know some young dude right now. They don't know how to talk to a woman. They don't have a clue.
Don't know how to hold a conversation that's not keep text based.
Shoot, they can't even do texting out to her. I saw my. I'm like, he just say like 3-word letters the whole time. I'm like, look, what are you doing? And then she doing back. So I'm like, this is very confusing. Do y'all know each other at all?
Here I am pissing off people at the grocery store with random conversations.
But yeah, that's a thing that's going on right now. That's a lot going on. It's a lot. Social media feeling separatist, and then the pandemic didn't help. You know what I'm saying? Watching the news all day when everything was going on from George Floyd and politics and all that didn't help. A bunch of stuff didn't help it, and then everybody thrived. Social media now thrives off negativity. That don't help. There's a lot of stuff that goes in there. But like I said, my main point is make sure you love yourself and spread what you want, and do what Monte said and cut off people that might not do it. And some decisions you gotta be interesting, because you probably, like I said, you could be the negative person, so you might need to cut off yourself from people so you don't bring them down. It's a very detailed, interesting thing. You know what I mean? it's a very deep thing. We ain't gonna have all the answers here, but it just thoughts that I learned as growing up and being older that I learned. Joe, your thoughts on everything?
Um, my thoughts are, y'all ain't heard this in a long time. Never reacting, nip it in the bud. We never relaxing. Outcast is everlasting, not lasting, not at all. But a nigga want to do a little acting. Now, I know y'all wanted that 808. Now, see that BASS bass. That's what I got to say on that. I think I said plenty enough. I just want y'all to remember that song. I like the way you move.
That's on my Spotify playlist. I just added.
It was such a random song by Big Boy, and then he explained all of their issues that they were having, that people were saying they were having, but they weren't having those problems at all. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people make up problems in your head, you know, or they make up problems and then you, what do you want to say? What do I want to say here? Um, and then you just kind of just
Production.
you start processing them. You know what I'm saying? And then Big Boy was like, "No, I'm gonna say this at the beginning of this song. And I'm gonna put out here for the radio actually to be one of the number one hits." And it's easy for people around you to make up what your issues are around you. But at the end of the day, it's really how you feel and how and who you really are. And so my response, honestly, man, I believe all y'all made very good points in regards to mental health and what you should do. But I think I'm gonna leave my point here with this is if you feel like you need mental health help, or if you feel like you're having issues with that, yes, you can talk to somebody, and that person doesn't have to be a therapist. I call my friends all the time. I have an uncle; he's a psychologist, and he studied this kind of thing, and he answers the phone for me often when I'm not even in my right mind, when I'm not even coherently, because by the time I think to call him, I'm already like faded, you know what I'm saying? But I would say things resonate with me a little bit more, especially when you call, because I feel like that's like a bigger desperation. Especially when you go from one extreme to another, like, that's how your days can be. Your days can be like one day you like up and this thing, and then this one bad thing happens. Maybe it's the thing that made you up like that, and now you feeling down. You got to find a way to, counter that out. And, the thing is, I've gone through that so much in my life that the bounce back from that is much quicker. Um, because I do realize and recognize that life does go on, and it usually does, and um, just gotta take care of you. Take it one day at a time, and that's the advice I would give. Um, Listening to a therapist and all that stuff, I'm sure that's okay. But like I said, man, your friends can be a therapist sometimes. Honestly, man, Naruto's been a big therapist for me. Keep on going. Naruto's the person that you believe in yourself, but sometimes the people, they still don't like you because of what they might think of you, or whatever they might have heard of you. Blah blah blah. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying, sometimes some of the things that you like to watch, sometimes that can be your therapy and just remind you of what you're supposed to do. And I can say, honestly, Jiraiya Sensei, Kakashi Sensei, Talk No Jutsu, they've done wonders for me in my life. So, just go to those things that inspire you, and your business.
Yeah, it's true. Escapism in a good way can work. Maybe you love football, and I just need to get away for 8 hours on Sunday to watch some football. Church. Maybe I just need to get 2 hours of church. You know what them old folks say? Maybe I just need to get to that altar. Let out a good cry, you know what I mean?
Oh, I got one.
You know what I'm saying? Just let out a good cry. It's many things you can do. Like, but going to the
Yeah,
football.
sometimes you do need to just cry sometimes, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be at the altar. Sometimes you can just be goddamn just walking and just say, you know what?
That was just a song I would do, yeah. But Joe's saying true. Just need to let
Yeah.
it out.
Shit, just
Just
sometimes
smoke
you
some
gotta let
weed.
it out, fucking man. Sometimes you put too much, you put too much pressure on yourself. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, and things aren't working out how you want them to. Sometimes you just gotta, face that and bust through that, and let that just let it go, and then say, all right, what's the next move? What's the next move? What we
Power
gonna do next?
forward.
Fuck that. And then you you back to the drawing board, but you're more focused than ever because you found a semblance of success. Shit, you got there before. Who's this? Why can't you do it again and then go higher than that?
Yo,
I
sometimes
mean, that's pretty much how my life has gone. Every girl I've ever dated or anything I've ever done, all I've done is gotten better and better. They look better and better. They talk better and better. They make more money. They
that's
they you know what I'm saying? Or
Let's go.
you know what I'm saying? I don't all I do is keep climbing, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's why it's easier for me to bounce back than, when you start off trying to be successful when you in middle school and high school or whatever, you know, you get 2 points in one basketball game. Then the next game you get six. You might drop to four the next game. Look up, boy. You done got 12 points. Now you look up a few years down the line, you done score X amount of points. And you highly touted, and then you might have to go to college and you don't make that kind of money. You don't make those kind of points, but you still striving in different areas of your life. So that's in a sense the point that I'm making is that every time you take a L, you gotta realize, man, ain't you doing a little bit better the next time?
Monte, you said you had some?
Everybody talking about the sabbaticals and stuff, bro. I got a real simple thing. I had to relearn my personal self. We talking about mental health and everything. Learn how to goof off. I'm being 100% like straight up honest. Learn how to goof off. Learn how to relax if you have forgotten. Reason I say that is real simple, bro. Like recently, I had like a 4-day break from work. I had 4 days off, and naturally, when you just going through the things of your life, whatever it is you're doing, like I do like TikTok and some podcasts and stuff like that. And so I'm so used to working or having things to do and trying to take little nitpick or little small naps and stuff in between that. Then when I actually had just a 4-day break from work with nothing significantly planned, I didn't know what to do. I had gotten to the point in my life where I was so used to like the hustle and bustle or just used to doing stuff. I didn't even know how to relax. Like I had not played a video game in like probably a month at least, something like that, if not
That's
more.
sad.
Not more than that. And I had forgotten the feeling of me enjoying playing a video game, which I am a nerd. I love video games. And I had forgotten the feeling of playing them, just forgotten the feeling of goofing off. Like not doing anything, watching some videos because I felt like watching it, binge watching some anime, like whatever I did to relax, going to dance, something like that, like just goofing off, learning how to unwind, to not have to do something, but do something you want to do for fun. Like remember to goof off, like to relax. Like you are meant to enjoy your life. Like do some stuff you enjoy. Now, and I actually would say this: if recreational drug use is your thing, cool. But I also suggest remember how to relax or to goof off without having to do that. Like you don't necessarily like if you want to do a little something, okay, cool. Hey, I ain't knocking that. But I'd rather that not be your go-to when it's okay, just to relax. That like do that and something. Like, if you want to get a little cloudy, cloudy, and then go watch a movie. Go watch a funny movie. You want to get a little cloudy. Go be a little cloudy and then go watch like all 3 of the Friday movies. So like I'm just saying, learn how to be able to relax and goof off, just to relax and goof off. Like not I need this to goof, not I need this drink or I need this drug to goof off. Don't get to that point, but just be like, hey, I just want to goof off and not do something. Like let me just go and pick up this game and just play a game for like, hey, I'll just like forget the day. Like if you have forgotten how it really feels to relax, to not have any expectations on yourself just for that small amount of time of a few hours or something. Go relax.
That's priceless.
You will be surprised how many people are so used to going through their day, use their week, working, covering, like taking care of the family, taking care of expenses, whatever you're doing, your side hustles and all that. They'll just forget how to relax. They'll forget to goof off. It had been a minute since I had just sat and watched some new anime. Just because I wanted to sit and watch some new anime. Just so I can go be a nerd. I can go be somebody and just relax. You'd be surprised how many people just going through and just go day by day, 5 days a week working, and then they get to their weekend and they don't do anything to relax or nothing like that. They just taking their weekend and sleeping in half the day, waking up, getting something to eat, and just looking at a little bit of YouTube, but not really relaxing, like unwinding, refreshing, recharge your freaking batteries. Please.
You know what I've been doing? I finally got back in music. Even if it's old, I just dance.
I've been tearing up some Vito.
Like nobody in your room.
I've been tearing up some Vito recently. Like I forgot how long it's been since I went and like listened through albums. Just like, okay, let me go see what they talking about. Listening to some new music, like adding stuff to my playlist. Like forgetting who the freak I am besides, Monterey Hudson. Like forgetting who the freak I am. Like let me go goof the freak off for like a day or two. Like when I had that photo weekend, I promise I did not know how to relax. And so I recently fixed that problem. I have no problem
get you to Mexico, Monte.
being Cryptosporidium 168 on Destroy All Humans on PlayStation. I promise you I got no problem doing that right now. But the fact that I had forgotten that feeling, knowing that it's something that I love, like
have you beat Elden Ring yet, Monte?
Yeah, have you beat Elden Ring yet?
Once I finish Destroy All Humans, I'll go back to that. But like, hey, I'm midway through the game. Like I gotta continue taking human brains. But either way, like if you have forgotten how it really feels to relax, to be able to unwind, to get the stress of the days, the life that you've been dealing with for a little bit, just be able to relax and just chill. Like I had no expectations or whatever. Go relearn it. Go re-get that feeling, bro. If you got to request a random day or two off work to realize that you need to go be able to do so, like that way, you ain't got to worry about nobody calling you for their issues and nothing. Just go goof the freak off. Go goof off. And if you are able to go goof off and relax, that will help your mental health tremendously because you won't have no pressure on your brain. You just like, I feel like going and get some ice cream. I feel like going to the mall.
Go float down the river, folks.
I feel like going and watching a sunset in the park. Like I know a bunch of us remember, like we used to go and just walk around the freaking park, go walk around the neighborhood or something like that. You'd be surprised how peaceful it is. Just go get you a pair of headphones, go listen to music and walk around the park. You'd be surprised.
Yo, take your girl to a picnic, dog. Y'all people be hating on me.
I don't even care about taking your girl. Go take yourself on a picnic. Go do something for you. Go relax for you. If you are not able to relax by yourself, by yourself, that is an issue. You have to be able to relax by yourself, to unwind with nobody else. Because you gotta be able to be in love with your own skin. If you can't relax with yourself, go learn. Go figure out something you like to do where you
can't bring your dog, Monte?
I mean, if you want to bring your dog, sure. I mean, dogs half and half don't count, but I mean, dogs, if they're well trained, they'll tend to themselves. They don't really give a spot anyway.
My son has to come everywhere with me, or he has. I
mean, if walking your dog in the park is peaceful, that's fine too. But just
that's the zenest part of my day when I take Vice Fam for a walk, and I wait till it's night out, smoke a joint while I'm walking. I'm just listening to the nature, squirrels in the trees. It's nice.
If I may piggyback just a hot second, that's why I started Uniqo Williams gaming page, because it was holding me accountable to make me play video games. Because before there was the ball dropping and trying to bang chicks all day, before it was trying to, speaking of balls, score them, before it was catching them for touchdowns, before it was trying to be most popular in school, there was Sonic the Hedgehog. And I would go my whole day and can't wait to play the Sega Genesis so I could go play Sonic the Hedgehog. You got to get back to your roots. And I think that's a good thing that you say, go off and do something that you want to do, man. I've had a great time. And like I say, that channel makes me accountable for that. It says, Joe, you got to post something on here, but there's no pressure to it. It doesn't feel like work. It's like it's saying, Joe, you're scheduled to go have fun and nothing else matters.
Yeah, that's why I got this LMA page. I could talk about whatever I want without worrying about an algorithm, because I don't care on that page. I don't care if it blow up or not.
If that's what you love to do, you know what I'm saying? Just that there's that outlet. So I think that's a very good point that you made, Monterey.
And it's important to have outlets like that.
I promise
I
you.
forgot all about gaming, man. I sat there and bought this PlayStation 4 and let stuff sit up for years. Final Fantasy 15, sit up there and let that sit for years before I
Gotta
beat
get
it.
on,
Why would I
Fantasy.
buy it on the day? Why would I buy it on the day of and get the damn what you call it?
You could
Them
have got $20 cheaper.
them
If
cases.
you grind through and kill the adamantoids at the beginning of the game, when you first can fight it, it's actually worth it. It's just got like 1 billion health. It doesn't. It's
I'm
not.
sure that's a thing. I'm sure that's a thing on Final Fantasy 15 for sure. I've seen people. I've watched
It,
people
it
fight.
is. It is. It's in the town where you first. It's in the town where you first start. You got to do specific things to wake it up. But it's not as bad as it looks. It's an anxiety causing size of a monster, but he doesn't really hit that hard. It's just it'll take hours to finally kill him because he has so much
The
health.
point I made is when I finally delved into it and kept on playing, like consistently every single day, I was really enjoying myself. I was getting lost in the character. I was getting lost in the journey. I was having a great time. But I was in a situation
That's
where
what games are for.
I was in a situation where I was living in a very stressful situation with a whole bunch of niggas that wasn't doing shit. And I always felt like I was responsible. So every single day I had to go to work late hours, and then come home and try and rest up so I could go to work the next day and see whatever the fuck they did to my crib before. Very stressful situation. And one day I sat my motherfucking ass down, took my PlayStation to my room and out of that front room and sat my ass down in there when I got off work. And then sometimes before I go to work, I put in a couple hours. So that's a very good point that you made. It's like, man, go back to the basics, the roots, the things that make you happy. Shit, sometimes you can go outside and just go shoot a couple layups, man, shoot a couple free throws. Do the things that made you
okay
happy
to live
before all
alone,
the shit
son.
that start making you sad. Do the shit that made you happy before you start stressing about all the shit that made you sad. Because at the beginning, it was them. It was Sonic the Hedgehog. It was Ryu and Ken. It was goddammit. It was Mario. It was the Super Smash Brothers. It was GoldenEye. It was there was a lot of things that made us happy, and we tend to forget about those because we get lost in what make us sad. Woo! Say a fucking word,
That boy hyped yourself. Sometimes you
nigga,
gotta hype yourself up.
nigga, nigga.
Like I said, man, remember how to goof off. Remember.
That's a word right there. I'm just saying.
I want to bring up one more thing before we get out of here and get to this football game. We record this on Thursday. If people don't know, it's a good game on out here to Bill School. But I want to bring this up. You also have to be able to acknowledge fault in yourself. Because before you can fix a problem, before you can be Mr. Fix It, you have to acknowledge that there's a problem. If my sink leaks every day and I don't never say, yo, I need to fix that sink, I'm never going to fix that sink. I have to acknowledge the sink is broke or it will never be fixed. I have to acknowledge something is wrong. Something in my life is not what I need it to be. Something in my life is not where I want it to be. Okay, this is what I'm feeling. Okay. And accomplish what I want to. We talked about regret last week. Okay, I didn't accomplish this and this. I thought I was gonna be here. How can I fix that? I have to change my mindset. I have to change the way I feel. I have to change that. It's okay that I didn't get to be rich at 25. That's okay. I wasn't rich at 30. It's fine. Change your mindset. Sometimes you gotta, okay, I have to change how I feel about this and what I go after. Sometimes you gotta okay, I'll only chase women that make me unhappy. Okay. Tori, what I gotta do, Tori? If I only chase women that make me unhappy, what I gotta do, Tori?
Well, you should stop doing that.
Yes, I have to go find women that make me happy. To the point where Monte and Joe been talking about. Okay, what makes me happy? What made me happy my whole life? Sonny the Hedgehog made me happy. Go to that. Maybe you'll find a girl.
I don't know. Let's not use Sonic the Hedgehog. Chris Chan is a thing, okay? That's what happens when you are you like Sonic too much, okay? So
Okay,
Sonic out of
so
this.
I don't mean to swerve the conversation here, but this was sent to that story was sent to me by one of my cringe friends, and I don't want to say one of my other cringe friends because I would say that you're a cringe friend of mine, and that's not the title I'm giving to you.
Tori, just admit it. Hey, Tori, accept. Tori accepts. That's why you're happy right now.
Chris Chan is a rabbit hole that I don't want anybody to go down ever.
They gotta be, bro. It's a scary ass rabbit hole, but that's what the internet will do to you in real life, folks.
I got out of that rabbit hole.
This nigga, oh my god, we're not going down. I'm not gonna take anyone down the Chris Chan rabbit hole, but that is what. Needless to say, he is in prison right now for incest. That's all you need to know. That's how that story ended, folks.
Yeah,
it's a fucked up rabbit hole.
But
why did he even tell
might
me?
be the most documented man on the internet. We've got Chris Chan sightings as far back as like 2005, 2004, bro. Like even earlier than that, like 1990 something, 80 something, from when he won some Pokemon thing.
This is deep web.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's such a crazy saga. He's been through so much. I guess technically even though he hasn't fully transitioned.
I literally told my homie, I was like, why would you send me this?
Bro, it's wild.
I didn't know the world was this fucked up.
I don't know how you don't know about Chris. Well, not everyone was like a 4chan kid in the early internet days.
Listen, I'm not the dude to go look for messed up things. I stay away.
No, you didn't have to look for it. Bro, bro, they've made fun of him on radio shows back in the day, like Anthony and what is it? Anthony and Opie, is that the radio show? Back in the day. But multiple big radio stations, he was on G4 during the dying days of G4 when videos were, because he used to make his videos on the PlayStation 3 camera. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, when they stopped with the cops, I stopped watching
the things that he did it's sick. It's like the worst case the internet has ever, because he's autistic, or I don't know if he's autistic or, yeah, he's autistic. He's got high functioning autism, even though it's not a thing medically speaking anymore. But it's a very dark rabbit hole. It's a very messed up situation. It is like he's basically a case of what if you actually listen to all the bad comments that people left in your comment section. It's messed up. It's a scary ass case study, and it's still going on.
Yeah, I don't recommend y'all getting it. Stay happy, folks. Stay good in your mental. so I'm not going to recommend
no, it's crazy because he's the ultimate example of if you just let all the negative energy truly affect you and just willingly let it. Like, it's messed up because you want to feel bad for him because it's a bunch of people on the internet taking care of this autistic kid, making fun of this autistic kid. But then at the same time, it's like he's not a very good person. Like he's from Virginia, so there's he's kind of racist. Like, no, we don't have enough time. Listen, there are over 64 hour-long parts of a continuously running still documentary documenting his whole life, and it's up to 65 different hour-long parts. It's been going since he first appeared on the internet in like 2004.
Yeah,
and we still haven't got to present day.
Yeah, but as I was saying, keep what's
real
here.
Internet scumbag.
Yeah, keep what's here and all what's here. Acknowledge your mistakes. Acknowledge the things that's going on in your life. Acknowledge your people, because often you can get love from people and you'll never notice it. People can show you love all the time. People can steady view. I'm sitting there worried about why all these friends are not viewing this video. Why these friends are not supporting what I want? All these people are not doing. And I'm ignoring the two dudes that always text me like, yo, bro, that video was lit. Yo, bro, what you were doing on that book was good. Yo, bro, I see you working out. And you're like, why all these other people ain't? So I just want you to acknowledge, just work on you, acknowledge your things. That, okay, I'm focused on this negative. I'm focused on all these people that don't, and I'm not focusing on the people that do. I'm focused on the
self-actualization.
Yeah, I'm focused on this. I'm on the internet looking at this stuff and not focusing on the good stuff. I'm looking at all the negative in my life and not looking at I said I was gonna get $5 million right now. I ain't did it. I done wrote 2 books and all that. So what? You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. Cause you do feel it. You feel like, okay, I wasted years of my life, but then sometimes in my case, I was still doing everything I wanted to do, even though I didn't get the $1 million. I did things I didn't even think I was gonna do. So I did things that people today tell me, oh, I want to go to Tokyo. Oh, I want to meet these senators. I want to be here. I want to be in this place. I'm like, I did all that. And I'm like, so I can look at that thing and still be like, okay, you that dude. That's why when I say on here, yo, I feel like I can take it to a next level. And when I do these podcasts, I know I can. Even if I do good, I know I can keep going up and getting better. Why? Because I love to actually hang out with Joe, Tori, and Monte, and Hollywood, and whoever else we hang around. It is fun to me. I love talking to Miss Bradshaw and whoever, Mark or whoever's in the comment. It is fun. I enjoy it. It might not be 1,000 people come in, but I do appreciate you. I might not have so many people when I started that helped me when I was doing 3 videos a day, but dang, when I needed them, Joe was there. Dang, when I needed somebody to be on the video, Tori was there. Dang, when I needed somebody to be on the video, Monte was there. Y'all know what I'm saying? Oh, these people don't want a video with me. These people don't want to do an interview with me. But dang, that R&B group did a video with me. What? And I can see it. And I can notice that, listen, I'm not focused on what I need to focus on because I'm obsessed with everything negative going on in the world. And that's one thing that can help your mental health. We about to get out of here. Tori, in this last stuff.
What
can they find you to?
Energy flows where attention goes, folks. Just remember that.
True.
Simple as that, man.
Monterey, what can they find you and your lasting thoughts?
My final thoughts. Realize when you ain't working. Realize if what you've been doing for the longest ain't worked, it ain't changed you, and you're only getting worse and staying the same, it might be trying to find something different. Time to find something different. Otherwise, you already know it's your boy Monterey Hudson everywhere on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Wherever you find Monterey Hudson, that's pretty much me.
Yeah. Uniqo, what can they find you? And what's your final thoughts?
During my UniqoWilliams.com, I believe at this point, we're crossing our fingers. I haven't checked in a while, but it's not overall 99 Media, Uniqo Williams, like Spotify and everything else. And I realized that during my sabbatical that I am not a shonen character. I am a mix of a lot of antagonists, and sometimes when you're a protagonist, but you really an antagonist. But
Joe
I'm a mix. I mean, it's because
I told you, villain origin story.
I'm driven by love, and I'm driven by revenge.
Driven to love. Yeah, this is a villain origin story.
No,
Keep
listen,
it going.
I'm driven by love, and I'm driven by revenge.
Okay.
I'm also driven by proving everybody wrong. I'm not just. I will not have
like
the power.
Villain origin story.
Yeah.
I'm doing the. I got the killing blow in me. Period. But at the same time, I will, try to talk no juice in this thing.
Yeah.
I will
I will manipulate you. See, villain origin story.
And I will try to manipulate the situation to my advantage. So, that's where I'm at. I got the Swiss Army knife shonen character at this point. I am Sasuke, I am Naruto, I am Kira, I am Goku. We're gonna use all those qualities to try and make them work.
So you just Gojo, basically.
He wishes.
Yeah.
Gojo.
That nigga smiles a lot.
Yeah.
He smiles a lot.
And then he'll sacrifice half the city just to do what he need to do. Gojo is.
They deserve it. They were old. So you're saying Gojo end up in the box?
They might put him in a box.
You see what happened to Gojo? They were like, no, nigga, we're gonna put you in the box. Now we got a whole damn arc trying to get this nigga out the box.
It's a very long arc. But you can find me here on Man Cave. You can find me on the Zell May channel. You can find me Overall 99 Gaming. You can find me Overall 99 Sports. If it's Overall 99, you can find me there. And you can find my links in Zell May on the link tree below. You can find my books, podcasts, merch, and all of that. I hope to see you soon. Me and Tori got a wrestling podcast tomorrow. We might do. You might get a Do You Hear Me soon live. Actually, you might do that. So let's look forward to that. We have.
Yes, because we want to make sure that we pay our respects to the queen.
Yeah. She-Hulk, make it make sense this weekend.
And not She-Hulk. She is not the queen.
Yeah.
We're talking about Queen Elizabeth II.
Or Meg Thee Stallion. Or
Oh, God.
The end of the second Elizabethan age.
yeah. All that we got a bunch of shows. It's a good time coming this week. We might have a Just a Fan Tuesday on video games, maybe on the gaming channel. I don't know. There's so much going on. This is an exciting time to be alive. You see, Joe has got his thing. Monte is killing it with his toxic shirt and his pickle shirt and the tiny shirt. Tori got a cat. This is the longest outro ever. You are still here. Thank you. And hit that like button. We got to watch a football game, and I need you to like and subscribe. And Monte got something to tell you while we get out.
When in doubt, stroke a kitty.
Facts. Peace.
And buy the merch.
Buy the merch.